Taiping Hu Kui. We tried to look it up online. I still don't know if I'm saying it right.
Typing quickly.
Not typing quickly.
Poor pronunciation on my part.
Taiping Hu Kui. I
Nice.
think.
Nice.
Masters by Adagio Tea. We're excited to do another tea tasting. This one is green. I had to mark the outside so I would be able to pick a tea. You see that Hanhui, China is where it's from. We need to do 170 degrees Fahrenheit or 77 Celsius. Ooh, we gotta do a low temp.
How low can you go?
Ooh, I opened it up to smell, and before I can smell, I got a peek at the beauty. Oh, isn't this gonna be fun? I think it smells so good. And my first whiff of it, I thought sweet, very, very sweet. Oh, I'm going to let you tell me because otherwise you'll just repeat what I say. So what do you think?
I thought it had a floral.
Floral. What kind of floral?
Light.
Well, light, but like what kind of flower?
Well, I don't know what kind of flower.
You don't know what kind of flower? This package suggests lily of the valley floral. I didn't pick up any floral in the dry.
Florals can have a sweet fragrance, i.e. honeysuckle or something like that.
It can.
So I got that.
I got, for me it was very fruity, and I couldn't decide what kind of fruit, but this says it has a whispering of an apricot note, and I could go with apricot, but that indicates that whispery means that that's the undertone, like the second, and in the dry anyway, that I got that as my first, and then I did get a vegetal undertone, and I decided on asparagus. I guess because, I don't know, they suggest grass. Well, they do say a light fruitiness, but they suggest unroasted chestnut. Now, I didn't get a chestnut, and I know what nuts smell like, and we've had chestnuts.
Yeah.
And they say a touch of sweet grass, but I think I decided.
I could go with that, yeah.
I decided asparagus, not grass. So let's brew it and then take our smell of the wet leaves. But before we smell it, we're admiring the leaves. Wow, they are hand pressed. Check that out. I mean, look at this one.
It's huge.
It is huge. Wow. It's like definitely 3 put together. Pretty darn amazing, I would say. Even the smaller ones. Look at that. I am totally impressed. I'm amazed. I'm amazed that I get to drink something that somebody took so much care to handcraft.
Yes, that's a good point.
And I'm not using a Gaiwan. I do have this, but I'm wondering how well they're going to fit in there. Went to the kitchen and I found these two. I think I'm going to use the one in the front. Both have filters. So I went to look at the amount and it says 1 teaspoon per cup. How are you fitting one of those leaves in a teaspoon?
Don't know. Somebody made that up.
So they actually lay well in the bottom of that. So I like that. I'm gonna just choose to barely cover it and to do a very short steep and to decant it. So I did just a very little bit, and I'm going to decant it. I've got the lid on. We always start with short steeps. Cool, you can see what it's like at the bottom. We got steam on the top. 170 degrees Fahrenheit is what I went with. And I would call the color light. We're still gonna smell it, but I always take pictures of my tea. Pale. We called it light, but the actual color name is pale. That's just amazing. I'm just totally amazed. Okay, now to smell. As always, I say I need a candle because I could just sit and smell this. So what did you say it smelled like?
Flowery, wet. Correct.
And I said I would agree. It's totally different than the dry, isn't it? And definitely the grass comes through rather than asparagus. And definitely the flowery. But now the package says nutty. And I'm trying to pick it up, but I'm not sure. Oh. I'm not sure I'm getting any nutty. It's too sweet to smell nutty.
Yeah, I did not get that.
But I could definitely keep smelling it. I'm looking through a tunnel. I was trying to zoom in, but I couldn't. Oh, doesn't that look beautiful? That's pretty amazing. Look at that shot. Gorgeous tea. Okay, we're taking our first sips. We have to decide on body first, although I was doing taste. Well, body is wow. What do you think it is?
Body is wow. I think it's a little more medium than I
Yeah,
thought.
me too. I went with medium.
So yeah.
Okay, next one, astringency. Smooth.
Yeah, not getting a hint of astringency as of yet.
So, taste?
Tastes like a classic green tea to me.
Oh no, I don't taste green tea. I don't taste the grass of green tea. But it was a very short steep.
I beg to differ.
I taste sweet, maybe the nutty.
No, not for me.
Yeah, I think it might be sweet nutty, which is weird because sweet and nut, I guess, go together in pecan pie.
There you go.
But not with chestnuts.
Roasting on an open fire.
It tastes good. I like it. What about the finish?
Very dry, very quickly.
Quick and evaporating.
Evaporating, yes. Does not linger at the moment.
Mouth-watering.
A bit, yes.
I think it's mouth-watering. Okay, I actually used a timer, and I went with a 30-second steep this time, which is a little bit longer. We'll see if it's changed. It's a little bit darker. First steep was like 15 to 20 seconds. With green tea, we like to be very careful. Okay, I smelled it, and it's not a sweet smelling. It's more just plain grass smell now. So, what do you think? Has it changed? It's more of a low astringency instead of smooth. It's very much the same. I really like it.
I think it's very much the same also. I don't know about the astringency.
It makes me feel calm and relaxed, like on this summer day.
Yes. Cozy time.
Still mouth-watering and still quick and evaporating in the finish.
Yes.
Okay, so this time I decided to time it for a full minute. That's double the last time. Still pale, but a little more yellow. Right, so here we go. Third steep for a minute. Our tasting as it changed.
I think it's holding up well.
I didn't say this with the second steep, but I've picked up like a buttery or creaminess to it,
Good point.
which is very pleasing. The whole thing is pleasing. It's not changed much since the second steep.
Yeah, it goes down easy.
Mm-hmm. Very great. A nice tea for a warm day.
Quiet.
You know,
A quiet morning.
I'm really enjoying the way it looks, the hand pressed look.
Oh yes.
And I just want to take a nap now.
I'm right there with you.
Yeah, I get hints of grass, buttery creaminess, and nutty, just as I describe it. They did a good job describing this one.
Yeah.
I'm coming around to seeing that.
I'm falling short on the nutty part. All the other.
That's because you don't like nuts and you don't eat the nuts.
Well,
You gotta have an experience with it to. Whoops. I had my cup in my hand and I was, talking with it, and then it just sloughed off all over my arm.
she's talking with her hand.
I said it was a good experience as I had a new experience.
She just had one, yes.
Since this is the fourth steep and I want to test it to see if it's a forgiving tea or not.
Yes.
Regarding astringency. And so I'm timing this one. The package says 2 to 3 minutes. So I added a few leaves just because I want to test it and I don't want it to run out of flavor, although it doesn't seem like it's running out of flavor at all yet.
It does not.
Yeah. So I'm going to go, should I do 3 or 4 minutes to test it?
I go full Monty.
3? Well,
3.
the package says 2 to 3.
3.
Go 3. We'll go 3 minutes. Beautiful, beautiful long leaves. I love it. So we're going to pour ourselves some. Okay, here goes. Sip. Forgiving. I can't hear your head shaking.
I believe it is. My apologies for that.
I keep telling him, stop just answering with your head.
Audio visual medium.
Yeah. Very much the same. Very forgiving. Tastes great.
Nice. Very nice.
Okay, so what would you rate this tea? How many hearts?
At least a 3.
At least a 3. I mean, it is a little bit boring, but then again, it's really fun because it's so beautiful. I mean, I would love to serve this to company.
Yes.
So I would go for a 4. I do love it. I love that it's forgiving. I love that there's
Very
nothing negative about it. It's just very calming and
pleasant, drinkable,
drinkable,
sippable.
visually enjoyable.
Yes.
But I don't think I would keep it on hand. You have to want to keep it on hand all the time to be 5 hearts. And I give out very few 5 hearts.
Yes.
So I'm going with 4 hearts.
A high 3.
A high 3 for you. Why are you lower?
I'm short.
Why did you give it a lower rating?
Because like you said, it's a little boring.
A little boring.
But it's calming also. So I can go with a 4. 4 is good.
I like sitting and looking at it. This.
It is pleasing.
Very pleasing. I'm reading from the description on the website. it says that after pan firing, 2 leaves in a single bud, that's why we saw the one that looked like 3 leaves, are flattened between layers of cloth in a bamboo basket. So I wonder, I've had this happen to me before where the bamboo, the leaves actually take on some of
It's
the
infused.
bamboo flavor,
Bamboo, 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 bamboo.
which would also be vegetal,
Correct.
which would be why I didn't get grass maybe when I'm smelling it. I don't know. But it says then another firing before laid out to cool. Then it says orchids also grow wild among the tea plants. So that's why we're getting the flowery.
floral, yeah.
I love when it's not artificial flavors and when
Yes.
where it's grown
Yes.
and the things that are nearby, that the tea leaves take on the essence of that. So I think that's super cool. So it's not lily of the valley, it's orchid. And I would really think it's more orchid, I really do, than their suggestion of lily valley on the package.
I would agree.
I think that the flower is more orchid. Now that I read that, I think it's great. So the Taiping Hu Kui translates to peaceful monkey leader. Well, I agree with the peaceful because this tea makes me feel at peace. It says also known as Monkey King Green. But I don't get about the monkey. But down here in the notes it says it's the spirit of a monkey resides in the tea growing region, and that the compassion of the tea farmer shown to the monkey was repaid with wonderful and unique tea. That's kind of fun, isn't it?
Interesting.